What is going on, folks? It is Dr. Remy LeBeau, and I'm coming at you once again from the X-Lair to provide you my deep and insightful thoughts into X-Men 97 Season 2, Episode 4, The Rise of Apocalypse Part 2. I legitimately thought this was a three-parter, but it is only a two-parter, but apparently that did not matter because they were able to tie up a very complicated story in a very tight fashion. I was beyond impressed. Like, they, first of all, leaned the hell into the whole Kang thing, which I did not think they were going to do.
I have so many names: Nathaniel, Victor, Kang.
Not to the extent they did, but they did. That was Kang.
What? What do you mean?
There were a lot of things going on in this episode, and somehow it all worked. This is the thing that keeps blowing my mind about this show. Clearly, Beau DeMaio, he's a true fan, and he knows the comics really well. The origin of Apocalypse is a very specific thing, and he could have easily done something completely different. Here, they did something that I didn't think they would do. They took the actual, legitimate origin of Apocalypse, and they presented it.
All creation is forged through destruction.
In a finite, condensed, straightforward, and clear way.
The end, bringing forth the beginning.
So that now, anybody that wants to understand Apocalypse can watch this
The beginning, returning to the end.
and get a very clear idea. Who is Apocalypse? Where'd he come from?
You will be the end of things, Ensabanor.
Here, it's right here. It's simple. This is the story. This is where Apocalypse comes from. This is where his power comes from. This is the role of the Celestials. This is the role of SHIP.
I am the rocks of the eternal sword. Press against me and be broken!
Great. So we got all that origin stuff, right? Now, first of all, this is about Magneto, Xavier, and Apocalypse. So Apocalypse ultimately realizes, holy shit, you're lying to me again, Magneto, Xavier.
Oh dear.
The possibility of him becoming something better goes away pretty quickly, but nonetheless, there is a moment where it feels like there's gonna be hope. No hope. Apocalypse embraces who he is. The Celestial wants him to become this force and kind of guides him into it. It's not just like a choice, it's like a plan. And then ultimately, there is the destruction of SHIP, which is crazy if you think about it. That has to change something, right? Anyway, Apocalypse embraces who he is, and then Apocalypse kills Magneto. What the? Wait a minute. I mean, Magneto's dead again. Well, didn't we do this last season? Which is why I am 100% convinced that whatever Apocalypse did, he didn't disintegrate him, he transported him. Apocalypse mentioned to Xavier, like moments before,
I would make a horseman out of you, were it not for the lack of spine.
here's Magneto, he's about to kill him. Of course he's going to teleport him away and turn him into a horseman. So it appears that Magneto is going to be a horseman. Remy is going to be a horseman. We sort of have seen this kind of build up already. And in the comics, Wolverine becomes the horseman of Apocalypse, and that's how he gets his adamantium back. So I'm thinking there's going to be some shenanigans there that are going to lead to that. Now, another thing we do know is that future Apocalypse has gone to
The 1990s.
As far as we know, there are apocalypsi in the present, which is interesting. We're going to see how that plays out. That's why I was thinking it would be interesting if the young one also went to the present, and then there were three apocalypses. There are two, though, potentially, which is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if the Apocalypse that we see in the present, a version of Apocalypse that was affected by the past. And because that change would have happened after the X-Men were in the future, before Apocalypse in the future teleports away, Apocalypse in the future is still the untainted Apocalypse, the pure force of just brutality. And the Apocalypse we see in the present is actually one that's changed, and therefore there will be a conflict between apocalypse. There will be an apocalypse of apocalypse. Is that possible? Perhaps. We're gonna see. One last thing that happened, there was a post-credit scene for this episode, and it was Captain America, Black Widow, and Logan. Very reminiscent of the Jim Lee cover that has the three of them together back in the 90s. And I'm thinking, like, Either this is going to lead to Wolverine joining Apocalypse, or it's going to lead to something that's going to lead to his adamantium getting back into his body. Loving the season so far. It's such a treat, and I'm so happy that I'm alive to be able to enjoy it. Thank you so much for checking out my video. If you haven't already, and you're on my channel, subscribe, drop a comment, like, whatever. Tell me what you think. As always, I want to remind you that if you have not already, you better put an X in the box, because ain't nobody checking me. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.